You're tuned in to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast, where we are showcasing the coolest brands and gifts while featuring movers and makers. I'm your host, Lenore, and today I'm going to introduce you to the best body, skin, and self-care products the industry has to offer from Lena Botanicals. Their one common ingredient is CBD. Now, their mission is to elevate the work of the industry's best small and emerging producers, particularly women, LGBTQ, and Black producers. Their co-founder, Abby Stoddard, joins us to showcase their incredible products. Abby, welcome to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
Thank you.
Now, I'm so excited to hear about everything from Lena Botanicals. So you have skin, body, and self-care products with one common ingredient, and that is CBD. So can you please expand upon why that one ingredient really helps moisturize the skin, the body, and everywhere else?
Yeah, definitely. And thank you so much for having me. And I am so passionate about spreading education and information about CBD because it's such a big part of so many industries right now. So CBD, let's start there. It stands for cannabidiol, which is just one of the many aspects of the cannabis plant. So if you think of an orange, it has so many different molecules in it, but like vitamin C is the star, right? So I think of a plant like cannabis or hemp, CBD is the star molecule that we're talking about, just one component of many. So it's making a splash in all sorts of industries lately because in 2018, the federal government passed a law legalizing hemp, which is a type of cannabis production nationwide. So suddenly in the last 3 years, we have all sorts of farmers growing hemp to distill from it CBD. You asked me, what does it do? And, I have to tell you, if you can't tell at the top, I'm a pharmacist. I'm a huge science nerd. So if you'll bear with me, we're going to get...
Listen, I'm happy that you are the science nerd because there's only so much I can read. And, I don't want to say that as somebody who doesn't know, right? I feel that there is so much information at the palm of our hands, like on the internet and everywhere else. And it's very hard for me to understand and know what is real, what are facts, and what isn't. So I go right ahead. As long as if you use big words, Abby, I just need you to define them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love it. And, especially with Lena, and we'll get to it too, the skin and self-care, the body care stuff, that's where I think CBD really gets fun too. I'm a pharmacist, so let's start at the top and, be clear from the point, because you're right. CBD is touted for everything under the sun right now. And we need to understand, what's fact and what's fiction. But I mean, very important for all of our listeners, a number one misconception about it. CBD is from the hemp plant, but it does not get you high. It is not intoxicating, whether you're using it, through your skin or in a supplement, whatever, it doesn't get you high. But that doesn't mean it's inert, right? It has tons of effects all throughout our body. So it's a messenger molecule in what is called our endocannabinoid system. So another big word for us today.
Please define.
So just like, we have an immune system, we have a cardiovascular system, all of us have inside of us an endocannabinoid system, or ECS for short, is what, you may read about it on the internet. And the role of this entire system in our bodies is to maintain balance, or if you want to use the big word for balance, homeostasis. I think the runner's high is the best example of this at work, and what a lot of people are probably familiar with. So think of a marathon runner on the 20th mile, going, feeling like they can't do it, totally exhausted. So, this is a marathon runner, or if it's me being on the treadmill for more than 3 minutes, feeling like you're absolutely going to collapse,
Were you running or were you walking?
Let's say power walking. Okay. How about let's split the difference? Power walking.
Right in the middle. I feel you.
Yes, exactly. So, we're off quarantine, off the couch, and we're power walking for 3 minutes. We feel like we're going to collapse. When we get that rush of endorphins, when we get that runner's high that puts the gas in our tank to keep going, that's actually our endocannabinoid system. That's bringing us back to balance and homeostasis. And CBD is a part of that. So that's how CBD works in the body. So, and it's really important that when we're talking about it, we're really talking about the impacts it has on our body. Not saying that it cures any disease, not saying that it treats any conditions, because we need so much more research here. So it is FDA approved as a prescription drug to treat, a very, very, very narrow type of condition. And there's more research, more FDA approvals coming soon. But right now, we really stick to what it's doing in our body. And that's how we talk about it.
So how does it work for the skin? So I would just,
Yeah.
because I've only used, the only types of CBD products that I've used is like, instead of like a pain cream. So like if I was really sore and I've used that and like, I mean, it smelled good. Like, well, it smelled like, not good, but it smelled like all those other creams that you have. But that helped, and it was able to reduce my inflammation and stuff. How does the skincare product work in that fact?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And so for the skin, just like the rest of our body, we have our endocannabinoid system and CBD working to restore and repair and balance the skin. So think of the everyday damage that we do to our skin. They're over dry from constant hand washing, which is great, but pollution, sun damage, physical irritation. I actually think so. My sister got a tattoo last week, so she's got a bunch of irritation and damage going on. So CBD works on receptors in your skin to counteract that damage, to balance and restore, recruit other aspects of your immune system, of your endocannabinoid system, to bring your skin back into healthy balance. So that's what it does in the skin.
Okay, so let's. Now you have so much. I'm like, I don't even know where to start because you have you have teamed up with a bunch of different
Yes,
I believe it's only women, but maybe I'm wrong. No, there was a guy in a picture I saw on your website.
Yes,
there was a duo.
We do have a brother team.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how do you find these individuals that have created these CBD infused products, whether they're for your skin, your body, or even just a candle to help you get through your day?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess to take a step back, so my wife is from Portland, Oregon. So we spend a bunch of time in the Pacific Northwest, and out there, the hemp industry, the CBD industry is absolutely exploding. So nationwide, they estimate that the whole CBD industry is going to be over $16 billion by 2025, which is like tomorrow, right?
I was going to be like, that literally is tomorrow.
Yeah. So I was, out in, Oregon, the Pacific Northwest, meeting so many people who are entering this industry that had great products, but weren't celebrity brands, right? And, I love the legitimacy that celebrity brands, add to the industry, but where our passion is with Lena is, the mom and pop, the wife teams, the brother teams. And so I started collecting all of those makers that I was meeting and helping them with their e-commerce, and created Lena, which is our online boutique. That's the long story short of how I found them, but really where our passion comes from is helping those makers amplify their voices, because this industry is going to be so huge. And we believe that everybody should get a slice of it. That, the mom and pop producer should have just as big of a shot at it as, a celebrity brand.
No, yeah, I agree with you on that, because the celebrity brands, no offense to them, so whatever, but it's the name that you're selling, the name versus selling the ingredients and everything that's actually built into the specific products that they have.
Yes. Yeah. Well, absolutely. And, I love the purpose that they serve, especially with something brand new like CBD is, adding a lot of legitimacy to the industry. But man, so I can see you've got from our spa night set, the Rejuvenate mask from Christine Smith at Groon. This is one of my favorites. This is amazing. And even just she's so ahead of the game, her packaging, it's beautiful, right? So when my wife saw this in her boutique, she was like, we have to sell that. It's like, absolutely. Yeah. So this, it's part of our spa night set. It is an awakening clay mask. So it has seaweed clay, it has seaweed extract, sea clay in it, and cucumber. So just like a very high-end spa mask. It also has all of those things, but also USDA organic hemp. And I have it. So I have the clay mask with these bath salts, which are from Empower Body Care. Shout out to Trista and Michelle, a wife team in Oregon. The mask and the spa night actually get their CBD from the same family farm in Tequila, Oregon, called East Fork Cultivars. So they are the perfect, complements for your spa night, but also perfect in a set together because everything is coming from the same small family farm that produces USDA organic hemp in Tequila, Oregon.
Do I get my candle with the spa night too? So I can sit in the bathtub and smell this while all the other things are working?
Yes. So Joya Cole in Houston, I actually found her through Instagram, and another women's business group recommended her stuff to me. So her name is Joya Cole. She's not in the Pacific Northwest. She's actually a mom entrepreneur in Houston. But she is an IT project manager by day and candle maker by night. But just like Lena and the rest of our brands, is very family inspired. So Joe and Monroe, her brand, are named after her grandfather and her daughter. So we have her candle, and I think you've got the dark rose scent there.
Yes, I do. Which
is my favorite. She has a couple different scents, but by far my favorite. So this doesn't have any hemp in it, but just a product from a great female entrepreneur that I wanted to highlight.
So not everything at Lena Botanicals will or does contain CBD and or hemp.
Right. So I would say 95% of it does, but the extra kind of finishing touches for our kits don't. The candle doesn't. And the eye mask you have, got handmade eye masks in two colors here. The eye masks are just lavender from a family lavender farm that are actually neighbors of good friends of ours in Sequim, Washington. So those are just finishing touches to the set. Don't have any CBD, but really put together, I think, the whole ideal use of all of these products for your self-care Sundays.
So you as a science nerd, what really pushed you towards learning and implementing CBD and really trying to educate, everybody about it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And so what really drives me is that there are such great benefits to CBD and hemp products, but there is so much, like you said at the top, misinformation. And, hemp is a type of cannabis, and there's still so much stigma that goes around just the plant itself. And so, my mission is to really, as this industry grows, there's such great opportunities, both for people using it in their everyday lives and for makers and brands. It's just a tide that can really uplift all boats in the industry, but there's so much misinformation and stigma that we need to get through and work around. And so I use my science nerd background for that. Even like the thing that we said at the top, CBD can't get you high. That's such a holdback for a lot of different people. That's the first thing they think about hemp or cannabis or CBD. They say,
guys, it's
no,
2021.
No. Right.
Like, how do you not know that that's not real?
Right. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't. And so even just that, to the extent that, my science nerd background, my pharmacy background can hammer that home for people and get people to open up and try it and see for themselves, that's the goal.
And with all of your products at Lena Botanicals, would there be like a daily routine that we can get from all the different brands that you do work with?
Oh, yes. And I would definitely have folks check out our Instagram at Lena Botanicals. I work with a Minneapolis-based beauty blogger named Christian Sismone, who is amazing. And she's up in Minneapolis, but she's a Houston girl, just like our candle maker. And so she does great videos about our eye creams, about our body serums that we have, and how she works them into her everyday routine. One of our great makers, Taylor and Tess, makes this eye cream called the Nightcap. That's like an all-around facial moisturizer cream. But I know she's using it every day as part of everything because it's just so perfect. Definitely check out our Instagram because we'll have more content coming from Christian around stuff just like that.
So Abby, what's your favorite product that Lena Botanical sells?
Ooh.
Is this hard? Do you want to give me top 3? Would that make you feel better?
Yeah, I know. How do I decide? The clay mask in our sets is one of our favorites. We also have, so from Make and Mary, which is Yvonne Perez in Portland, Oregon. She has a whole line of beautiful, beautiful products. And she makes this Aromatherapy Inhaler, she calls it. And it's totally different. And it is essential oils only, but it's just this little inhaler to have at your desk. And, I gave one to my sister. She loves it. It's just the perfect little thing to have in your pocket, or like when I've been on too many Zoom meetings and I can't take it anymore sitting at my home office, just to like relax and get an aromatherapy whiff of a whole combination of essential oils, including hemp essential oils. I love that. And it's so different. And it's just a great example of, all of the innovation coming out of these smaller brands, something that you would never think of, and something that, can really be part of the whole routine every day. So just a full example of, where the industry can go.
I didn't even think about like the aromatherapy part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's huge.
Like, well, so when CBD is in, say, those aromatherapies, right? Like, and it comes out in the mist, is that calming?
Yes. Well, and it's calming. It's got CBD. It's got hemp. It's got lavender. It has a whole combination. I think rosemary is also in there, of essential oils that are commonly found in aromatherapy products that people use to relax. And it also has the added benefit of hemp. And I think aromatherapy, this is a whole other area too that, I get really excited about. Because one of the common things that they say about our endocannabinoid system is the nose knows. Meaning when you smell something, when it contains those hemp essential oils, your body will react to it. So, certain scents are very calming for some people, certain scents are very activating, certain scents are very relaxing. So just again, a whole part of, unlocking all of this system that's been part of our bodies forever, that we're just learning more and more and more about.
So you can grab your skin, body, and self-care products from Lena Botanicals at lenabotanicals.com. Their one common ingredient is CBD, is hemp, and that will help prosper your own life, right?
Yes. And I fully encourage all of your listeners to check it out. If you were on the fence, if you were skeptical, try us out. We have some of the best high quality stuff from the best producers there are.
Actually, I do have a minor question. So usually things work well with my skin. I don't really have reactions or break out or really turn red. These products with the CBD and or hemp in it, will that actually help the individuals who do have the sensitive skin?
It's something that's a great question. It's something that I would say is very individual. So, and again, Christian does a really great review of one of our products, of the CBD body oil that we have from Make and Mary. And so CBD is one component in the creams and body oils. So if your skin is sensitive to any of the underlying ingredients, CBD might not necessarily make that better, and it might be still sensitive to your skin. But if you're, especially something like the cucumber extract, something that is generally calming, non-reactive, CBD is just going to be a part of that. So I don't know if I have a solid yes or no on that, but I would say, it's like any other skincare ingredient. It's in a combination of these products. So definitely individualized. And we haven't heard, from our reviews or readers that they're having huge issue with CBD, but yeah, I would still, approach it with caution, because it's just part of a lot of different ingredients in the products.
So I'm ready to shoot you a follow on Instagram so I can watch all of those reviews and see how everybody else is.
Amazing.
You like hyped her up, so I hope that she lives up to the expectations.
Oh, she is fantastic. She's fantastic. We have a great time, and so like our candle maker, she's from Houston, but she's up here in Minneapolis with me right now, looking at 6 inches of snow, going, what the hell did I do with my life? So she's great.
So once again, lenabotanicals.com. You can check them out on Instagram at Lena Botanicals. Abby, the co-founder, thank you for showing us these incredible products that you've actually taken time out to go do all that research and all that investigation, so we don't have to.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. This has been great.
That's a wrap on another episode of the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast. I'm your host, Lenore. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss one. More at brandambassadorselect.com, and we will see you next time.